everyone. I wanted to do a quick update on Echo Lloyd. Remember, Echo Lloyd is missing from Edwards, Missouri since Mother's Day, May 10th, 2020. If you haven't watched the first video I did on Echo, I'll link it below. I've been reading social media, Reddit, web sleuths, Facebook, and I have some new information as well as some changes to what was reported earlier. So welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Catherine. Let's talk about Echo Michelle Lloyd and what we know. Here's your Echo update. Hi, and welcome back. First, I wanted to say that I was made aware of a post from Wade Baldridge. He and his wife announced that they are putting up a $5,000 reward. They announced this in the Facebook group Echo Lloyd Vanished, Missouri. They are offering $5,000 to the individual leading them to the finding of Echo, dead or alive. What a very kind and generous offer. Let's hope it helps somebody to talk. The person that saw Echo at Dollar General was posting online. They said they were the cashier at Dollar General. They also point out that they work at the Warsaw location, not the Climax Springs location. Is it possible that Echo may have gone to both? Now, there are two Dollar Generals in Warsaw. I Googled to the one on Main Street to the one in Climax Springs, and it's about a 28-minute drive. The cashier does describe Echo a bit differently than Kelsey had said she was described when they talked about the Climax Springs location. This person also said the police did not talk to them directly, but to his supervisor, which I think is kind of crappy investigating, really. So let me read to you what he posted about his interaction that day with Echo. They said she was trying to buy a cell phone and a phone card, but her check was declined. Here is the quote. They say, it was 100% Mother's Day. She was trying to buy a cell phone and a cell phone card to call her kids because it was Mother's Day. We offered the Dollar General phone for her to make a call when she was unable to purchase the cell phone because the check was bad and it was declined. She said something about an ex draining her account or taking her money or something along those lines, and that's why the check was rejecting. I think she ended up using the few dollars she had to buy a soda and a lighter, if I'm correct. That part I'm a little fuzzy on since it's been so long, but all the other details I'm 100% about. Now, they also had said, my boss told me she spoke to the police about Echo since she came into Dollar General on Mother's Day. Just wanted to make sure someone knew she came in alone, but mentioned there was a group of people outside waiting for her. My boss didn't have a long interaction with Echo that day like I did, since I was her cashier. And I just wanted to make sure that information was known by someone, which I know there's probably a lot more going on with the police investigation that only you guys, so she's talking, I guess, to Kelsey in this text, which I know there's probably a lot more going on with the police investigating that only you guys and law enforcement know. And then they went on to say, I saw your live, so he was talking to Kelsey. I wanted to mention there are private companies you can hire cadaver dogs, blah, blah, blah. And then they did mention, this cashier says, I would say she was rushed and scatterbrained. I noticed nothing about her demeanor was mentioned in my message. But I recall that day like it was yesterday. Few fuzzy memories and an interaction that really stuck with me. And then they do mention that I guess they didn't consider the possibility that she also went to Climax Springs Dollar General after her stop at the Warsaw Dollar General. But just wanted it out there because I want to make sure all the facts are right. Those last moments are crucial. So that I thought was interesting that this person is not in the store that Gray Hughes called. Now, on Gray Hughes Investigates, he called the Climax Springs location, and they confirmed that she was there. So Kelsey's now saying she was confused and doesn't know if Gray was correct. She did get a little bit angry towards Gray, so I don't know what that's all about. Family member on these message boards, Mary Michael Slover, was getting rather irritated with the group about theories. One person mentioned they don't think the neighbor was involved, and the family, including this Mary family member, is very vocal about saying the neighbor was involved. Now, someone asked who the neighbor is. What's this neighbor's name? So allegedly, the name is Josh Smith, and Kelsey says no relation to her. Allegedly, based on another post by someone that says they know Josh Smith personally, they said allegedly Echo was dating Josh. And she goes on to say, I know Josh personally and have seen him a time or two since Echo disappeared. From what Josh says, that Echo was a little on the crazy side, especially when she would be drinking and off her meds. He said there was one time she went out walking in the woods and he had to use GPS to find her, which I thought, this is the end of the quote, which I thought was a little weird. That's what the person's saying. Now, I personally, Catherine, find this interesting because in another post, someone mentions that this poster has a family member that had a previous relationship with this Josh Smith dude, and he got crazy when he drinks whiskey, and he became abusive towards the end of that relationship with this other person. So why would Josh have to GPS locate Echo in the woods? You know, Echo snuck out of her house at one point about 2 weeks before she went missing. Remember that in my first video where she went to Kelsey's house and said this neighbor was taking over the house, the car, etc.? Allegedly, she snuck out of a window in her own home to get away from him, but then she went back. So thinking about him saying having GPS to find her in the woods gives me the creeps. Did she run away from him before and hide in the woods? Or did this happen the day or night she actually disappeared and he found her and who knows what? Now, this all could be true, or it could be him trying to blame the victim, especially if he has anything to do with this. Kelsey does say that she cannot talk about the gun. Someone says original footage says it was in the front yard. Kelsey states she never said that. They do say the FBI is involved with the case and helping. They said Echo was not a drug addict. Kelsey said the word she was not a drug addict, using past tense. This leads me to believe that maybe she and law enforcement might believe that Echo is actually deceased and they need a body to solidify an arrest. Kelsey's quote, she was not a drug addict nor used drugs, but the possibility of her knowing something she shouldn't have is definitely possible. Another quote by Kelsey, what the hell? The neighbor has everything to do with it. Now, I have to remind those close to the case to be very careful about who they engage with on social media. Many of these people have no intention of actually helping. They like a good puzzle and love drama. You know, and there are great groups out there, but in every group, there will be things said that will bother family. Also, as far as channels go and podcasts go, there are many that aren't reporting for the right reasons. I have 2 words, virtual signaling. If you're going to talk about it, do something about it. Help. Ask those that show up what they will actually do, how they will actually help. It's important. I have asked my subscribers and viewers to reach out to big channels. I filled out a request form for Kendall Ray. She has over 2.5 million subscribers. Hopefully, she'll pick Echo's story up. And I've also reached out to Dateline. Me, personally, reached out to them for them to help take this case. I'm not a PI. I don't claim to be. My mission here is to help get mainstream media involved and also hope that someone that knows something will come forward by us all not keeping the story quiet and allowing it to go cold. I've invited Kelsey on a live stream, and she said she would come, but I think every crime channel has been reached out to, and I think she has several offers. Either way, my heart breaks for her, and I have adult children, and so do most of my viewers. We are a channel of moms, young grandmas, and people that genuinely care. So to all of you, let's do what we can to keep Echo's story alive and pray she comes home. Thank you for watching Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Catherine. Stay safe, stay well, and stay home again for now.